The situation in the Northwest has taken a new turn as community members decided they will no longer sit back and allow unwanted groups to disturb their peace. According to the details reaching us, the locals in one of the affected towns suddenly gathered in large numbers after hearing that a group of armed men was trying to escape through the area. Instead of running away or hiding, these people stood firm, blocked the escape route, and created a full human barrier. They did not use harmful methods. They simply united themselves and said, "This road is closed today." My people watching this video right now, please like this video and subscribe because this level of courage is something we all need to talk about. Their action immediately changed the situation on the ground. Once the escape route was blocked, it became clear that those causing trouble had lost the advantage they usually depend on. Most times, these groups escape through bush paths or narrow roads that only they understand. But this time, the community said, "No more." They positioned themselves in a way that made it impossible for the armed group to slip away unnoticed. As they stood there, some people kept watch, others passed messages, and others stayed close to their homes, ready to raise alarm if anything changed. Within a short time, word reached the security forces that the community had successfully stopped the escape. This is when the army moved in quickly. The response was fast because the military already had operations going on in the region, and when they got this new information from the locals, they knew it was the perfect moment to close in. As soon as the soldiers approached the area, the people stepped aside calmly, allowing the security team to move through smoothly. The soldiers thanked the community for their bravery, and my viewers, please, if you are listening closely, make sure you like this video and subscribe because communities joining hands with the military is one of the strongest signs that peace is possible. When the army entered the blocked area, they followed the trail the locals had pointed out. The unwanted group had already realized they were surrounded, so their usual quick escape plan had failed. With the route blocked, the military was able to carry out their operation in a coordinated and controlled way. There was no need for chaos. The security forces handled the matter professionally, making sure the people in the community were safe while they focused on their mission. While all this was happening, more villagers came out quietly to observe from safe distances. They stayed behind the soldiers and supported them with information. They showed the soldiers the direction the group had taken, where people saw movements earlier in the morning, and even pointed out footprints, tire marks, and places where the attackers passed through the bush. This kind of cooperation is something we have not seen on this level in a long time. It shows that people are tired of living in fear and are now ready to stand for themselves. And viewers, please don't forget, like this video and subscribe. Your support helps us continue bringing these updates in a way everybody can understand. As the operation progressed, the army secured several locations around the blocked route. They searched the bushes, checked the small forest paths, and made sure that none of the troublemakers were hiding. The soldiers also ensured that no civilian was harmed during the process. Their focus was clear: protect the people, restore calm, and prevent any escape. A few of the community members who had been affected in the past watched with emotional faces. You could see in their eyes that they were relieved that something decisive was happening at last. After some hours of movement and careful operations, the military recorded successful results. They secured the area, recovered some important items left behind by the attackers, and continued tracking other members of the group who had scattered when they realized they were trapped. What the locals did made the entire work easier. Normally, the armed groups depend on the element of surprise, but today the people turned the table around. This shows something powerful, that when communities and security forces work hand in hand, everything becomes different. And my wonderful viewers, while you are listening to this, please kindly like this video and subscribe so that more people can hear this kind of information in simple, clear English. One thing that stood out in this whole situation is the unity of the people. Some of them had never met each other before that day, but when the alarm went out, they came together because they all wanted the same thing: peace and safety. That kind of unity is something the entire country can learn from. When the people are united, it becomes difficult for troublemakers to operate freely. The security forces also praised the community for their courage, saying that the information and cooperation they received helped them act faster and more effectively. Even after the army concluded the first stage of the operation, the locals did not relax. They remained alert, helping to watch over the environment and reporting anything suspicious. They assisted in guiding elderly people to safe areas, checking on children, and making sure everyone was calm. These actions show responsibility, maturity, and a strong desire for progress. And viewers, please remember to like this video and subscribe. Your engagement helps spread awareness and supports our work. Now, let's talk about the bigger picture. This is not just a one-day action. This is part of a rising trend where communities are beginning to stand with security agencies to ensure safety in their areas. For a long time, people were afraid to speak up, afraid to act, and afraid to trust anyone. But now, little by little, things are changing. Communities are stepping forward, reporting movement, cooperating with operations, and taking peaceful actions like blocking escape routes to support security efforts. This kind of collaboration could lead to bigger improvements if maintained consistently. As the army continued their follow-up operation, more information began to emerge about how these groups move across different paths. The soldiers took note of these routes and set new patrol patterns to make sure the unwanted groups cannot return easily. They also discussed with the local leaders on how to strengthen the area, possibly through regular checkpoints or community watch groups that work hand in hand with official forces. Everything is being designed to ensure long-lasting peace, not just temporary relief. My viewers, please like this video and subscribe, because it's important for more people to learn what communities can achieve when they work together in a peaceful and coordinated way.